forward, please. I got a couple more. Who needs them? Well, up on the con sheet. Okay. Welcome to Roundtable. My name is Sean Fair. I'm on one of the Am I commissioner? Am I commissioner? I lead Roundtable. I don't know about that title stuff.
We don't use titles.
I know. Sandy looks up stuff and I stand up here and be goofy. So every meeting should have a fun part. I don't get to do as much fun, but that's okay. I still made them add this one part as the opening. So this is one of my favorite songs from when I was in Scouts way back at Lao. When I was 18, we would sing this song at the opening campfire, and then I would try to think up verses to embarrass the staff the rest of the week. And then we do it at the closing campfire. So the song goes like this. The chorus is really quick. I'll do it as a repeat after me song. I'll do it as a repeat after me song.
I'll do it repeat after me song. Repeat after me song.
Very good. It goes a ding dong 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 dong. A ding dong 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 dong. A ding dong. Okay, one more time. A ding dong dong. Oh, you want to repeat? That's fine. A ding dong 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 dong. A ding dong 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 dong. A ding dong. Okay, then the verse goes like this. I'm going to say Cub Scouts, and then I got some people who are going to pick on me with some verses. Okay, so the verse goes like this, and there's a ding dong in the middle. So practice that. Say a ding dong. So when I point at you, you got to go a ding dong. Cub Scouts don't wear no socks. I was there when they took them off. They threw them in the latrine. Now the spiders use Listerine. A ding dong, 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 a ding dong, 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 a ding dong.
John Fair doesn't wear no socks.
A ding dong.
I was there when he took them off.
A ding dong.
He threw them at a tree.
A ding dong.
Now the dogs refuse to pee.
A ding dong, 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 a ding dong, 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 a ding dong.
John Fair don't wear no socks.
A ding dong.
I was there when he took them off.
A ding dong.
He threw them in outer space.
A ding dong.
That's the end of the human race.
A ding dong, 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 a ding dong, 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 a ding dong.
John Fair don't wear no socks.
A ding dong.
I was there when he took them off.
A ding dong.
He threw them at a squirrel.
A ding dong.
Have you ever seen a squirrel?
A ding dong, 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 a ding dong, 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 a ding dong. Any more?
John Fair don't wear no socks.
A ding dong.
I was there when he took them off.
A ding dong.
He threw them in the air.
A ding dong.
Now birds won't fly up there.
A ding dong, 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 a ding dong, 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 a ding dong. Was that it? Is that all of them?
Sean Fair don't wear no socks.
A ding dong.
I was there when he took them off.
A ding dong.
He threw them at King Kong.
A ding dong.
And that's the end of this silly song.
A ding dong, 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 a ding dong, 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 a ding dong. Thank you.
A ding dong.
That's a good song. All right, what's next, Andy?
We have some guests today. We have Andrew, Wally, and Dave, who are going to be talking to us today about the changes at Odakota. So let's give them a welcome.
Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, so I'm Andrew Hardin. I'm the Scout Executive here at Three Harbors Council, and we wanted to take a little bit of time this evening to talk about some of the planned improvements at Camp Odakota. Just so I know the room here, who's been to Camp Odakota? I think everybody's hand's going to go up, almost everybody. So you all know a little bit about the history of the camp. I'm going to start with a little bit of information about the master plan and the three different phases that we're going to do on the master plan. And then I'm going to introduce Dave Domres, who is in the back of the room and will be coming forward to talk a little bit about our construction, which is planned to kick off here later this spring. And the first thing I'm going to do is see if I can operate this. There you go. All right.
Right? Yeah.
All right. So if we're thinking about Camp Otakota, it is coming up on a pretty amazing milestone. It was founded in 1929, so we're 3 years away from celebrating the 100th anniversary of the camp's founding. 160-acre camp, 168 acres, and last year served more than 6,500 scouts and leaders and program participants through the course of the entire year. This is the map of the camp and that guided our camp master plan projects. And I'll be breaking down this into the 3 phases of improvements that we're going to be starting on. So we had a committee of volunteers that worked for over a year on our master plan, and it was approved by the board of the council in the spring of 2024. And one of the last thing that the master plan committee did was divide up the projects that we had planned on into 3 phases based on priority. And for all of you who have been to the camp, it's probably no surprise that restrooms was listed as the #1 priority when we did leader surveys and we did camper surveys about what was needed at the camp. The second thing was new cabins. So when you look at phase 1, that's the first 2 things on the list is restroom and shower facilities and a cabin. I'll just share a little bit about phase 1, which is the phase that is about to kick off. The main marquee events in phase 1 that are going to be constructed is a new cabin, and we'll get into details on that a little bit. But it will sleep up to 48 scouts and leaders at one time. So it's a pretty good size cabin. The other additions to the camp will be a new restroom facility and shower facility, as well as a family camping area, which is up in the Pines area there of camp. We have a couple of renderings that I'm going to share today, and all of this material is also on the council website, so you can look at it there as well. But as part of the master plan process, we had some artistic renderings of what these projects might look like. The first cabin that's going to be built is the one on the right-hand side there. And then the second one, these are both in the administration field near where the camp trading post is located today. So moving on into the second phase, the phase 2 projects, several things that I'd like to highlight, and everything that is circled in red is a phase 2 project. But there will be a second cabin as part of phase 2. There will be smaller cabins in Sleepy Hollow, which Sleepy Hollow, of course, is one of the most beautiful parts of Camp Otakota. And there'll be about 5 or 6 smaller cabins that are built there. There will be dining hall expansion as part of phase 2, and then a new welcome pavilion. Those are sort of the leading projects for that phase. This is what the artistic rendering is of what the welcome pavilion might look like. It would be right off the main parking lot there at camp, where we have a pavilion today. This would be built as a larger, bigger pavilion with more uses than the current pavilion we have there today. And then this is our artist rendering of what the different cabins would look like in Sleepy Hollow. Think of these almost like tents with platforms. They would sleep 4 to 6 people at a time. So with 6 of them, you could have 24, 25, almost 30 scouts camping down in the Sleepy Hollow area. So the final phase is phase 3. A lot of phase 3 is focused around our water in the wetlands area. There's a plan for a new fishing and nature pier, which you can see in the left hand there, as well as a new boardwalk. And the cool thing about the boardwalk is that it would connect from Pioneer Village here all the way over to Blowhorn Hill so that Cub Scouts or Scouts could do a full around the entire wetlands area of the camp. The other big project would be a maintenance shop, which will be added to the maintenance or near the maintenance building, sort of a heated maintenance shop that would allow for all year round maintenance projects to keep things running there at the camp. Last slide that I have is just a little bit about the dining hall. So there's really 4 different things that we're thinking about doing in the future at the existing dining hall. Johnson Hall is one of the nicest dining halls I've ever been to in a scout camp. It's really well designed. It's a really pretty dining hall, but it's also fairly small, right? And as we grow participation in our events this weekend at the ice fishing derby, we'll have over 300 people there at the camp. We're going to have need for a bigger facility. The first thing is this. The first thing is this individual restrooms with showers. So where the current men's and women's room shower facilities are and restrooms, we're going to transition that into individual restroom facilities with commodes, sinks, and showers. So that will be more youth protection, safeguarding compliant, and more appropriate for today's families at camp. B here is a new covered patio for outdoor dining. I've been to several camps that have outdoor dining pavilions, and they're very, very popular. Here at Odakota, this will allow us to expand the dining hall capacity 3 seasons of the year. We could be outside enjoying the beautiful, beautiful weather at camp. Expanded dining hall meeting area is in phase 3, which is C here. And then kitchen expansion is phase D, which is also, phase 3 is letter D, which is also very much needed. So we've got a lot of plans around the dining hall that I'm very excited about. And these will be taking place in phase 2 and phase 3. So the next slide is introduction of our council properties chair, Dave Domres. I'm going to call Dave up. Dave is professionally with Health Peak Properties, Vice President of Construction. I think I've got that right. And Dave has been a longtime scouter. It was a longtime leader in Troop 21, led one of our national jamboree troop, previous national jamboree. And without Dave's expertise, we would not be where we are today with these plans. So Dave, I'll let you take it away and I can drive the slides.
Great, thank you. I'll stand over here. That's wonderful. We're really excited about the improvements that are going to come up at camp. So we'll advance on.
Somehow I'm going backwards.
Get on to the first slide. To give you a little bit of background, how we got this far, about 18 months ago, the committee that you see on the right-hand side there, John Vallow, Andrew, and Wally.
Okay. Sorry.
The property committee, we went out to the marketplace and asked a lot of architects and general contractors, could they help us with this project? So we went through a selection process and we ended up selecting Partners in Design in Kenosha. Bain Nelson, the general contractor from Kenosha. And NMB, also out of Kenosha, as our civil engineer to help us advance this and get this approved. So here's our timeline. The master plan was 2023, as Andrew mentioned, 2024. We started the design process in late 24, early 25. We did make a presentation to the Board of Trustees, who is the governing body of the foundational funds that you may, and they did grant $2.93 million for us to execute this plan. So we needed 100% of the funding in place before we would commit to it. We then made a presentation to the board of directors in September of 2025, and they approved us moving forward once the funding was in place. So this give you a little bit of an example here. This is the current admin field. That's the current admin building. This will be a new road that will be put in for access to our new bunkhouse. Show you some renderings of that in just a minute. So to give you a sense, if you're standing in admin field, you're looking towards the dining hall, just a little bit to the right. This is actually on a pretty good hill here. So this is carved in, carved into the hall, into the hill, And then our new bathhouse that we're also really excited about. The parking lot is over here. The current welcome is over here. You get it, you come into camp. We're going to have a really nice facility there. It'll be just a few steps away from Staple Camp Cabin, which today does not have any water or nor a bathroom. Now, our plan is to extend water into Staple Camp. So if you're going to make coffee or dishes, you'll have that, but we're not planning on putting out any sort of bathroom facilities. So this is the current plan of the cabin. You'll notice it's divided into two pieces. There's dining in the middle with a nice kitchen. You'll go out. This is the admin building is up on this screen. Separate rooms, sleeping rooms for leadership or smaller troops if you're there. These are all double bunks. These all have little nightstands. They're all going to have plugs. So if you have to plug in some sort of device, charging device, you'll have that for everyone who enters this. The camp, what we've really tried to do with the design here is put the camp back into camp. This will not look like something was built in 1965 with drywall and siding. I think you'll be pleased by what you see. The outside of it is going to be a sided material. This is actually looking towards the lake. So if you were in the lake, this is what you would see from the lakeside. This is what you will see driving in that new drive from the administrative field. So you can see here it's built into the side. The materials are all, there's no really wood here. It's all going to be an artificial material, so we don't ever have to paint it. We don't really have to ever maintain it. We hope it'll be very, very durable for the camp and low maintenance. This is just a little bit of it's called an isometric drawing of what you can expect to see. This is the hill that keeps going all the way down to the field. You can gain access two ways. It'll be covered. This lower area is storage. So when you have a program at camp, you'll have a locker down at camp. So this is the bathroom, the new washroom, facility that's being put up. You'll have individual bathrooms, ADA accessible bathrooms. This is just a space for them to get accustomed to serving the plumbing. And really, the nice thing that we're excited about here is there will be a separate dish room. So if you're out there camping and you don't want to do dishes in a boiling pot of water, you can bring your dishes over here. You'll have a trough with stainless steel and hot water. You can wash your dishes year round here. So that'll bring back and forth, fill a bucket of water. This will be heated and cooled throughout the other year. The other thing about the new cabin, heating and air conditioning. So if you're there in a hot day, you can turn the air conditioning on. So that'll all work out really well for you. Here's what this is going to look like. Siding is going to be the same. Roofing material is going to be the same architectural feature on the gable ends. We're going to put some stone on the bottom to just keep things from splashing. We're really going to try to not put a lot of concrete in, crushed granite, make it as rustic, but yet manageable as we can. And then we are also up in the family camp area. We're going to be putting in some platform tents for families. That there's been a demand for new families who maybe don't have any camping experience to kind of bridge that gap between this and on the ground. This is what will be up in the pines. There will be water up there. There will be power up there. Family camping, you can come up there and enjoy the family camping. So here's how our cost broke down. We have architectural and engineering fees, cost of the cabin, bathroom, the family camp. There's a lot of site work. We're putting in 2 new septic fields, 3 new wells, so the camp will have redundancy in its waste and its water supply. We're going to purchase some new cabin furniture and things like that. We've got a little bit of a contingency in there, but we've been entrusted to thoughtfully try to get as much done as we can for $2.93 million. Are there any questions you all have? I'm happy to answer them. We're looking to start here. We're looking to start here as soon as the weather allows us in April. Yes, please.
I was just wondering, how tall are the roofs of these cabins? Every time I go into those bunks, even I can hit my head and I'm really short.
Oh, no, you'll have plenty of room. The ceiling height of the cabin will be 9 feet.
Does that mean the bunks will be raised a little bit more as well for boys?
Yep.
And
Yep.
girls?
Yep. This ceiling, by the way, is, my guess is 8.5. No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's got block. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 21 block. And that's what? 12-inch block? 10-inch block. 10-inch block. So it's a little taller than that. So the ceiling will be about this. Give you an expectation.
Fire alarms, smoke detectors.
Smoke detector, yes. Yep.
Other sensors.
Well, the only thing that the code requires is smoke detection. And that's what we'll be installing. And there will be fire extinguishers and everything that the building code requires and the fire department requires.
I just want to make sure, probably, but, bathrooms are flushable, right?
Yes, they are. And hot water. You bet.
Great question.
Yeah, good, yeah, no, they are. These are flush toilets. The other thing we didn't mention to you is that most of the existing latrines around camp are being replaced. That was approved by the council actually before we started this. It was part of the plan, but we accelerated it. So how many wall are we gonna put in?
We're putting in 6 and we ordered.
Yeah, and they're ordered, they'll be on their way. And when we say 6, some of those are doubles. So at strategic places around the camp, Wally's done a nice job of getting the local officials to spot those, and those will be coming in as soon as weather permits. Yeah,
The new welcome building, is that going to take the place of the existing one, or is it going to be in addition?
I don't think we've gotten that far in the plan yet. That would be a phase 2 project for us. Could be an enhancement of what's already there. We really haven't progressed quite that far. It's more of a strategic objective at this point than a plan. Yeah,
So the 2.9 million, that's the approval for phase 1. That's what you
Yes.
guys have money for. You do not have the money for phase 2 or 3 yet.
not yet. Not yet.
Not until we leave this room.
Yeah. No, we needed to look at it in terms of all 3 to make sure we were making the best decisions with the money that was been provided that we could. Could we start on phase 2 tomorrow? If we could find out how to fund it? Absolutely. Yeah.
What are you doing about the nature aspect of it, the landscaping? Are you planting trees afterward to recover some of the loss of the nature?
Yes, we are. Thankfully, there's not a lot being removed as part of the project. You'll see some trees on the downhill side, but the property committee is actually looking at the overall forestry of the camp as it's an ongoing kind of review process. But yes, we're going to do a little bit more around the new cabin as part of it. It's required as part of our permit. Yeah.
How long will, the big take, like phase 1?
Phase 1, if we can start in April, we're hoping to finish by December or January, weather permitting. We would have started already, but it's been a little cold and snowy, and we don't have what's called winter conditions in our budget. So unfortunately, we're having to be patient. Yeah.
Don't know if this was covered already. I apologize. I walked in late, but the drain and septic, that seemed to always be a question mark with the current setup at camp for most of the latrines. Has that been looked at and expanded upon, or?
Yes. Yeah. Maybe we'll back up to maybe more of a site plan. We're putting in new septic for both the bunkhouse and the bathhouse. So there will be right here, there will be a septic field right here that will support here, and it actually will come down here. So we'll have it for the future. The interesting part of that study was, do we build it for the second cabin, but not knowing when the second cabin was going to be built? Our consultants advised that build it for what you know and not what you think you're going to get. Because I guess apparently you can either think 2 things that hurt septic, under or overuse. So we've sized it to support this. Our biggest challenge is it's really only used on the weekends. So we have to plan accordingly.
Right. So it needs to be able to do essentially peak. Peak loads versus a constant.
Max occupancy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then with the current drain field that's at camp for the trailer bathroom that's there, how's that being looked at?
Yeah, I don't think there's a field there today. That's a pump situation that goes into that latrine.
Right.
So the thought is, if someone would like to buy that for the camp, I'm sure we could figure out something. Or it'll just be redeployed somewhere in the camp where we maybe can't spot one of the new, the new bathrooms. But there's not part of that, ideally that would be redeployed or go away.
Hmm.
You won't need it because you won't have to walk across the parking lot anymore. You'll have the new bathhouse right adjacent to Staple Camp, right adjacent to the parking where everybody comes in. They can stop by there and then head into camp.
Thank you.
Sure.
Trailer sounds like a great fundraiser for a troop at Country Thunder or festival.
Hey, do a penny slot on it?
Yeah.
Nickels now.
Oh, nickels now? Yeah.
$10.
Nickel flush.
Price goes up the longer the.
So all we ask for is a little patience over the summer months, because you're gonna see construction fencing, you're gonna see trucks coming in and out. If they're out there for an event, we'll do our best. The area doesn't impair any of the program that goes on there, but hopefully in about a year, you'll see it. You'll just really enjoy it. Yes, sir.
That's a great question as far as programming and scheduling the different programs. Will there be some kind of a calendar that indicates which areas are going to be under construction at what point, so that like things like Wood Badge and NYLT and whatnot, you can plan accordingly? for
Yes. Yeah, we have a schedule today that's being cleaned up,
that?
and Wally and Andrew will have access to that schedule. And it might move a little bit here and there, but yes, so that you, in the program that comes out there, we're going to try to work around program versus program work around us.
Okay.
Or the construction part of it to the best of our ability.
Right, thank you.
Yeah. And a lot of the work will be done during the week, and with the exception of some of our summer activities and NYLT, most of our activity is on the weekends. So I don't think it'll be major issues. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
So for the original dinosaur and your, and if you're still adding to it, what about the, I feel it's a little small, so
Yeah, definitely. So
if you're adding like this, like opening area, like, yeah, like, state,
mhm.
I feel it's a little small for that for me, so.
You'd like to see it bigger. Yeah.
Good suggestion.
Yeah, we'll still be working on the design. This is phase 2 and phase 3 stuff, but we think the open air 3-season area there will be a big for our needs at camp. And then C is the area that will be inside the dining hall, will be expanded as well. All right, yes,
Sorry, I was supposed to, and I'm sure it's just because it's a rendering, but I think one of the renderings that shows, I forget which one it is, one of the cabins, shows an added beach area. And I'm assuming that was just artistic liberty that someone took.
going the wrong way, sorry. Beach.
Yeah, it's like an above view and it shows maybe,
Trying to remember where.
there you go,
Yeah.
this one.
Oh, yeah.
It shows- I'm assuming that's artistic
They took
liberty.
some liberties there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there, it does go down to the water there, but it would not be,
I was
think it's a
assuming
little
we're
bit
not
above
adding a
the-
second beach area.
No, I mean, this, again, it's a rendering to just give us an idea of what it conceptually might start to think about. When we get to that phase, we'll go through the same exhaustive analysis that we've done with everything else. The good news is we've been approved. We have state approved plans. Our bidding process has been exhaustive to a lot of folks. We expect final numbers this week.
The road and the grading of the roads throughout. I talked to an Army vet that was out there years ago. Did Army Corps of Engineers help with the grading, redoing a lot of that. But I had heard comment that area is getting built up and Staple Camp was lower, so there's flooding. So I'm sure that all the grading and all that stuff is being looked at. Is there going to be more than just gravel, or is this?
No, we're going to continue to use gravel. The general scope of any grading is the parking area just needs some sharpening up in terms of its size. That could be hugely expanded. Stable camp, there's already a little bit of a path, compacted path. We're not anticipating changing any of that. The only real new change would be that new little road around the admin building to provide access to the bunkhouse. We're not planning on any significant regrade of the property. Wasn't recommended by our civil engineer. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks for coming.
Main theme for this roundtable is camping, and we have Rob Thomas who's gonna do a little presentation, and in the back, when you leave, we've got lists of Webelos camps, Scout BSA camps, and on the back of that is high adventure camps, and more stanzas to that song that we did for the opening.
A ding dong.
Yeah, just so you know, for the high adventure, if you want to do it on your own or maybe use an outfitter or something, we don't have those recommended because we don't know them. We don't know their quality or of the program and stuff. So if you're going to use an outfitter, make sure that you check them out first. Bob?
All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I resemble that remark. Nice to see all of you here tonight. Lots and lots of new faces. I've been around for a while. Again, I'm Rob Thomas. I was the Scoutmaster of 385 out in Bristol. Why did they ask me to do this? I was on the council camping committee starting in 2012. And I was the council camping chair for a number of years and stepped down from that. Did 5 total summers on Robert S. Lyle Scout Camp staff. I have 2 kids who served on camp staff. And even though as a kid, I didn't do a ton of camping until I got into scouting. In fact, I didn't do any camping until I got into scouting. I love camping. In fact, I'm already planning my week-long by myself camping trip to the upper northern woods and whatnot. It's a good time. Anyway, got asked to talk a little bit about summer camping. And I'm a history teacher by trade. And if you know anything about the history of scouting, Baden Powell, one of the things he said is that week of camp is the ultimate laboratory for everything you worked with on your scouts all year long for them to actually do. And so that week at camp, and even a weekend at camp, you can do so much with your scouts. You got to get them outside. In the 1970s, scouting almost died because we took the outing out of scouting. Okay? That whole, urban kids and whatnot. That's why Baden Powell started all of this, right? To get those urban kids in England introduced to the skills that they need to be good outdoors people and conservation and things like that. There was a military aspect to it too. I retired from the Wisconsin Army National Guard after almost 25 years. So there is that as well. But at the same point in time, if we don't get our scouts at all levels out to do some camping, this program isn't going to survive, in my opinion. Okay? So for Webelos, how many Webelos leaders do I have in the room tonight? Any Webelos leaders? Okay, cool. So Mr. Cubmaster, your job is to get your Webelos leaders to take those young Webelos to a Webelos weekend somewhere and get them introduced to that so that they can then look forward to what they're going to do for a week when they become scouts. Okay. Where are my scouting leaders in here? Scoutmasters, assistant scoutmasters and whatnot. Super important. If you haven't already planned your week-long camp, get on it. Okay. You've got to get those scouts out to camp for the week. It's not necessarily for the merit badges. I am a firm believer in that program because I spent one summer as the EcoCon assistant. It was myself and Steve Orlowski. There's a name going back in time. We were the EcoCon staff. And as the camp chaplain, I walked around camp for 4 summers while I was in college, encouraging scouts to go and earn merit badges. but it's about getting them in the outdoors, getting that connection back to who and what we are as scouts. Okay. So regardless of where you plan to go, we have some information for you here tonight based upon some quick research of who's doing what and where. Webelos and Cub leaders. You've got a number of different Webelos and Arrow of Light long-term camps. Usually they're a weekend. Sometimes they go as long as 4 total days, like a Friday to a Monday or a Thursday to a Sunday or something. Oh, one that's not on the list. You probably want to write this down because we have our own Webelos weekend. I don't know why it didn't make the list, but that's okay. July 10th through the 12th, and I didn't know this until I looked it up myself. I just wanted to make sure that we were doing something. July 10th through the 12th out at Dakota. Lovely, soon to be even better, more awesome Dakota. Friday night until Sunday by 11, it's $115 for scouts and siblings. If you get signed up before May 4th, it's $95. Adults are $65 for the weekend. And heck, you can even bring little kids 4 and under for $40. You got to bring your own tent, and all the information's on the council website.
Is this a first year scouter type of?
It is the Webelos and Arrow of Light weekend is a 3-day, 2-night camp that provides fun and adventure. So you'll have to, if you got questions, call Wally. Yes, the Webelos 1, what they used to call Webelos 1, and the Arrow of Light Scouts. You can go up to Gardner Dam, which is run by Bay Lakes. Bay Lakes Council, north of us here, north of Green Bay. They have some excellent facilities. I did never head to Gardner Dam, but I have heard some quality things about it. If you really want a trip, go all the way up to Tomahawk or L.E. Phillips. Ed Bryant Scout Reservation, Camp Long Lake, which is Potawatomi Area Council, and then Canyon Camp, which is Black Hawk Council, northwest part of Illinois. I did camp at Canyon Camp for the Grand Pilgrimage a number of different times. It's a nice camp, as long as you don't get the campsites that are on hills like this. When you're actually in your bed, in your bunk or your cot at night, and you're fighting to stay on it and not slide out the back of your tent, there you go. So they have opportunities as well for those weekends. I think ours is a value compared to some of these, and we do have a quality camp staff doing good things. All the websites are there. You do a Google search and away you go and find out the information of that. Again, back when I first was back into scouting with my son, going out to that Webelos weekend, got them excited about going to camp. It got them a taste of what a week-long summer camp was going to be. And want to get them hooked, get them into Scouts BSA or Scouting America. Too many different titles. Anyway, whatever. We're all scouters here at different levels. Look to get your Webelos or Webelos dens to those adventures. Okay. For you scout leaders, Scouting America and whatnot, number of different places. Let's see. Our troop went to Bear Paw last summer. Highly recommend. Real quick, looking at the list here, there are 2 different styles of summer camp opportunities. Closed program and open program. Closed program is like being in school. And as a teacher, I'm not a huge fan of that because I spend all year long in school. But you have to register for the merit badges that you're going to take. The classes for those merit badges are offered at specific times, and you got to be there at those times. It limits a scout's opportunities to some extent, but it will, with their hard work, guarantee that they're going to know how many and what merit badges and what programs they're going to participate in and earn those merit badges, okay? Because they've got a schedule, and as a leader, it's great. You shove them out of camp, and you ATSM, assume this ATSMP, assume the Scoutmaster position, which is in your chair with a good book or some other place in camp, enjoying yourself while they're out taking care of their business. Okay. To the best of my knowledge, all of those camps listed on there are closed programs, with the exception of Ed Bryant Scout Reservation in Glacier's Edge Council. Glacier's Edge to the west of us, Madison and the area to the further west. Ed Bryant, we went there for many, many years. Our troop did after Lyle closed. Excellent facility. Both my kids worked on camp staff there for many, many years, and it's an open program, meaning once you get to camp, your scouts are going to, on Sunday night, your scouts are going to experience an activity, a night session where all the different areas of camp are going to tell your scouts all about the merit badges that they offer and encourage them to come and see them. And they can do whatever they want. While the program is open, they get to go wherever they want in camp. They can work on a merit badge here and then decide, oh, let's go over here and go shooting at the rifle range. Oh, let's go over here and go swimming. Oh, it's lunchtime, got to go eat. Cool, we'll do some fun things in the afternoon. Does it mean that they'll earn those merit badges? They might, and they might not. That's for them to work on and make some bigger people decisions on things. What we're going to do gives them some of that autonomy. And at the same point in time, use a scout leader pulling your hair out on Thursday night going, oh my God, you've got one more to, and give them the boot to get going to things. There are positives and negatives to both aspects of it. The vast majority of scout camps across the country are not open program. The vast majority are closed. We were very, very unique here in Southeast Wisconsin before the councils merged to have that open program. And I'm a firm believer in it. Let those scouts make their own decisions. They spend 9 months a year already in school. They don't need to go for that week and be in school to some extent. Okay. But that's just me. Take it for what it's worth. Okay. Bear Paw, we ate like kings, did we not? That, oh my goodness, I have eaten my fair share of good camp food, mediocre camp food, stuff that I've made and have been nauseated over. We ate like kings and queens there that week. Their dining hall was phenomenal. Their program was great.
They deliver you coffee in the morning.
Yeah,
you can't miss that.
The camp director drove around on his four-wheeler, one of the camp vehicles, and he delivered squeeze pots of coffee to you in the morning. So you didn't even have to get up and get coffee going. That was pretty good. Camp Long Lake, anybody been to Long Lake? Good, bad, and different. It's the things the council used to have a number of scout camps, and I don't know if we do anymore, but we were like the preferred customer kinds of things. And Long Lake, we've had a long-standing association with Potawatomi area. Always looked good, always wanted to get up there. I think I was there once for an OA function way back in the day. But from the website and the materials they put out, looks like a good place, good program, decent facilities, all that kind of stuff.
They just added a radio station.
Oh, okay. So they can do radio merit badge and all that stuff.
Cowboy action.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That's always fun stuff. Ed Bryant, west of Madison. Yes, Mr. Surrey.
So, Rob, great information. As you're going through these, could we hear whether they have patrol cooking?
Sure. Absolutely.
Because that was a big deciding factor.
Absolutely. Bear Paw had the option.
Ed Bryant has the option.
Yeah, Ed Bryant's got the option. Camp Long Lake, did they have the option? I think they're just dining hall. Yeah, I think that's the case too. Phillips, it's too bad that Tyler Gerds isn't here. He would dance around and tell you all about Ellie Phillips. That's a hike to get all the way up there. Yeah, that's what I hear. Like if you're over here, here's where your program's at, right?
It's been 25 years since I've been there, but when I was there, all the roads are paved.
Okay,
So it is
right.
a hike everywhere, but it's beautiful.
Yes. So one of the camps that I don't see on here is, oh, there it is on the back, Somas. Anybody watch the movie Meatballs? You know what I'm talking about, the movie Meatballs? Yeah. So Raris Lyle, we were Camp North Star, and all Somas and Makajuan were, where the quality people went. Anyway, and we relished in that. Anybody know about the Great Moose Head Raid? I took part in it. And it's one of my proudest scouting moments. Oh, yes, the videos are on the internet. I was the one that went the day before and got the camp map, portraying myself as a scout leader who was disgruntled with Robert S. Lyle and his program. Anyway, you got to have fun, right? Keep it simple, make it fun. Makajuan, it's W-A-N, but that's okay. I would have done M-O-N anyway. Makajuan Northeast Illinois Council, they have dining halls. They have 2 different camps. One's a little more rustic than the other. You talk about long distance. You do all your long distance up and downhill at Makajuan. Anybody been to Makajuan? Okay. Yeah. As a kid, it's a little different. As an adult, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Both camps have great facilities. They have a horse camp. So if the horse Bear Paw offers that as an off property opportunity, but Makajuan has its own horse camp, and that's a great thing, especially for older scouts. For those of you that have older scouts, look into what their exclusive opportunities are. ATVs, Ed Bryant's got ATVs. A couple of the other ones offer ATVs as well. If you can get your scouts off property because they've earned all the merit badges that they need and keep them involved in the program, that's a good thing.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
Just something to point out, because at Bear Paw, this nowhere in anything did it say this. If your kids do want to do the horse camp, someone has to go and stay with them. It is not a drop off.
Yes.
They run buses to most of the offsite things, but that one, someone has to drive them and stay. Such a sight.
So we lost 2 adults for most of the morning, which wasn't that big a deal because we had enough to watch everything going on. But yeah, it was like, what, 15 minutes away from camp, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
The Makajuan's horse camp is across the road from the main property. So you still have to drive. Your scouts could walk there if they wanted to, but they're going to have to start at about 6 o'clock in the morning to get there. And then cross the highway, which always is a questionable kind of thing. Great, good facilities, excellent program, and they were frightened at the fact that I've been involved in the moose race. But anyway, Tomahawk, pretty far up north too. Anybody been to Tomahawk? Been there, good, bad, indifferent?
I didn't like it. It's a large camp.
Yes.
They do have bison, and they got horses. Closed program, mess hall. We went there for 2 years, and after that, our scouts couldn't even crack an egg and cook it.
Okay, yeah.
And they only earned 4 merit badges.
Mm-hmm.
And then the drive home, $6. And as an adult,
Yeah.
6-7 hours
Yeah.
with very bad smelling.
Yeah. That's why we always maintained our troop tradition is Wednesday night is shower night regardless. Even if you took a shower an hour after dinner, you're still going to take a shower with the whole group as a troop. That way you at least get one guaranteed shower in. And if you've got a nodiferous scout, you can encourage them to take care of business.
Rob, here's a great point for Ed Bryant. It's 20 minutes, a little bit north of the Dells.
Mm-hmm.
We used to long ago go to the Dells as a winter type of camp out as a recruiting, and you're in, what is it? Indoor water park.
Yeah.
Which is, as an adult, sitting, because you're not going down to that one slide.
Look for yourself, man.
It was horrible. So when I became scoutmaster, we were looking for a different camp other than Tomahawk because of that drive, closed program, mess hall, atmosphere. We found, when I was a kid, one summer we went to Camp Castle Rock. Well, that had changed Ed Bryant. So as kind of a bonus driving home, you drive right past every water park in the world. So thinking of stinky kids, checked into Noah's Ark. They gave us a fantastic deal on the group rate. And, oh, by the way, even though they say they shower Friday night, if they're in the water park, you're gonna at least have a clean scout coming out of it.
One would hope.
And then as an extra bonus, we would stop off at Paul Bunyan Cook Shack, have the lunch dinner.
Mhm.
And that was really good because the kids, they ate all they wanted and they were clean. They ate all they wanted. And when they got in the vehicles, they fell asleep. So I said, no. Here to tell you now, so Noah's Ark actually reached back out to me this year, offering a fantastic deal because our troop had been going there since 2017. Said, hey, we'll give you a discount on you don't have to meet the minimum group participants. We'll give you this price, free parking, please come back. So I'm a big fan of Ed Bryant. We've had scouts earn, one scout earned 12 merit badges. We've had some scouts earn 11 or 10, which means that in a lot of 9s and 7s. So they will go after those merit badges. And of course, I'm always checking on it, but I offer a Scoutmaster's Award. So to the highest number merit badge earned at summer camp, the minimum is 10.
Mhm.
So you may have 3 scouts that earn 10, but a 4th scout earn 11. And he gets an engraved scout knife. You know, which I tell him, please don't take this to camp. This goes in your, when you make Eagle, this is part of your memorabilia because it has the engraved name, the year, how many merit badges.
Nice.
So they go after it.
Yes.
And they are motivated to complete merit
Yes,
badges. So
yes.
you have to be a little bit, and then they also know that they're going to the water park. For young men, even though adults, it's no, these guys have fun. They want to hit every slide, and they want to see the Scoutmaster go down, I guess. I can't remember which one. They want to actually.
They get on the plunge.
Where you drop out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And they want to see that. So keep it simple on you.
Make it fun.
Keep them clean. Keep them fed.
There you go.
And let them laugh at the scout.
Our record was 14 in one summer camp, but that was a highly motivated scout and that was COVID. And when you had to go to an area for 2 hours and you couldn't leave until you went to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, that worked out real well
Yeah,
for
that
us
was-
too.
That was quite something.
Rob, real quick.
Yes,
So you guys were at Bear Paw last year.
yes.
Did they not offer the open program in the afternoon?
They do call it open program, but it's not full on open program. Yes.
So our troop did Bear Paw 2 years in a row, went back to Ed Bryant last year. My first time in Scoutmaster going. Ed Bryant was overwhelming with the merit badge midway
Yes,
and trying to chase kids that are not knowing ahead they can still have a plan
yes,
before they walk in. But
yes.
Bear Paw is a great spot the mornings are scheduled. You do 9 o'clock here, 10 o'clock here, and then the afternoon is kind of open program.
It's a little more
Give them a
flexible.
taste.
Yes, it's a
Give
little
them a
flexible.
taste of that.
Yes.
Ed Bryant, full open program is overwhelming for the adults,
Sometimes, yes.
especially when you have a group of adults that haven't been before.
Yes.
So.
And every camp has its own way of giving the adults their information. I don't think there's one that does a great job at it. And that would be my only criticism of, if you know the program, as the program director and the council or whatever, trying to express that to brand new leaders is sometimes impossible. Seek out leaders in a group like this and say, hey, where did you guys go? Hey, where did you guys go? What was your experience? What was that like? Open program's awesome. Your hair's on fire, right? I think I'm getting it's almost time to wrap it up here. But anyway, Canyon Camp, I can't speak to that other than the facilities. They have a pool. At least they did, because they're right on the river there, hence why it's called Canyon Camp. Beautiful camp, super secluded. That's a downside. It's always good to have some place to get out of camp for a little while if you can. You can go into Boston, or you can travel to the Dells if you go to Ed Bryant. You can go into Mountain, the booming metropolis of Mountain up at Bear Paw. Pay attention to that, because somebody's going to forget something. You're going to come up with I should have done this, or I should have brought this from home kind of situation. Look into some of those things around you. Canyon Camp is literally 25 minutes from nothing, which is great and questionable at the same time. To Somas, Walt Disney designed their logo, so there you go. And I'm a huge fan of Walt Disney. But anyway, beautiful facilities. Anybody but Somas? I don't want to disparage Somas, but they were our rival, even though they didn't know we existed.
My son went to DeSomas last summer,
Mhm.
and he came back raving.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. Their program, from everything I know, is excellent. Again, I'm a rustic kind of guy. Spent 4 summers living in a big blue tent and whatnot. But everybody's got their own idea of what camping is. Last but not least, high adventure. If I know Sandy mentioned at the beginning of things, the BSA's got its own programs, obviously. Charles Summers, Northern Tier in Minnesota. You can go to Philmont. Where are my Philmont people? 92, baby. Anyway, 91, right before I went into Army basic training. Anyhow, you can go to the Summit. You can go down to Sea Base. The Scouting America program has 4 different places. If you choose to do your own thing, do your research. My troop did that for a number of years. We had an outfitter that we worked with in Minnesota who provided everything, and they came highly recommended by other scouting units. Do your research so that you're and then follow the BSA guidelines regarding people being trained in wilderness first aid and all those different kinds of things, so that you can keep your scouts as safe as possible.
There's actually a fifth one. It doesn't qualify for the Grand Slam though. It's swamp based.
Oh, yes. Yeah, if you do all 4 of the big official ones, maybe they'll eventually get around to that.
Maybe. I'm going this summer.
There you go. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of swampy places, and humidity is not my
Kid wants to
friend.
go, so let's go.
There you go. Awesome. Oh, real quick, how many of you in your units let your scouts decide where we're going? Should be everybody, right? Okay. Well, you got to give them some say, so it's their program, right? You're just here to help facilitate it. We didn't have a whole lot of choice in my troop because we just went to Lyle, because that's where we went, and didn't know any different. Anyhow, the last thing I'll leave you with is check out all the different opportunities, give your scouts options, and go camping. Go camping. That's how I used to end every announcement session at Roundtable years ago. Yeah, Bob.
So the link for that high adventure scouting is actually like a big, large link. So it has the national, that's 4 nationals. It has council high adventure opportunities. It also has independent opportunities, and it gives you the ability to sort by activity. I want to go winter camping. I want to go canoeing. I want to go horseback riding. It will show you all the different camps you can find there.
Right. A lot of camps have programs that they call high adventure, which is good too. Again, if you've got a big troop that's got scouts at all different levels, you really need to find a place that it'll keep all of them occupied, and wanting to come back, especially, our oldest is 17 and a half. He turns 18 in what, a month and a half. And he was a reluctant scout years and years ago. He couldn't wait to go to camp. And I think he's going to be sad this year that he doesn't get to go.
He's going to be a leader, I think.
Dad's the committee chair, so we'll get the paperwork done and get him in as a young adult leader and things like that. Do your research, ask people. There's enough resources in this room of different places to go. Everybody's got an opinion. I'll leave that alone. Just again, that week at camp does more for your scouts than all your meetings, all your weekend campouts and whatnot. Get them to camp to experience that, and your troop will be strong forever. Okay, any questions?
I got a pointer called Makajuan.
Mhm.
For some of the troops with older scouts that have gone to camps, earned a lot of merit badges. Makajuan offers different kind of program where it's like expedition one.
Yes, yes.
Northern Tier expedition another day, summit expedition, a Philmont expedition, and like a sea base, Monday through Friday. So something different for all the older boys to do.
And
girls too, I mean.
instead of them going to merit badge sessions and whatnot, they're going to be pulled away in the early in the morning to go on these different expeditions, I guess you could call it. And now,
13 and older.
yeah, we were there in 21 because Ed Bryant canceled our week. The program that they had for the older scouts was really a quality kind of thing. None of our scouts took advantage of it because they were younger and interested in earning merit badge. Oh, Makajuan does have a patrol cooking option. We were the only troop that week in West Camp that used it, and they took care of us. Oh, did they take care of us? Most of the camps that have a patrol cooking option, Ed Bryant does this now. Makajuan did that. I think even Bear Paw with their option, you're only going to cook a handful of meals. It's not the full week because they have nights off for their staff and they've got a family night thing or a camp-wide games thing or whatever. So look into that too. More than likely, and again, the question, do you haul your whole trailer up? If the camp's got equipment for you to use? Those are all things to ask before you kind of sign the dotted line in order to book your week and whatnot. And if you got questions, I didn't bring my binder. Sandy knows my email address, Mr. T385@gmail.com, MISTERTEE385@gmail. You can email me and I'll work to get you whatever info I can.
We'll put that information in the upload.
Absolutely. Go camping. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, I get an award?
You get.
Get out of here.
For helping us out.
Excellent.
And a special thank you to Bob Delac, who did all
Yes.
the.
Bob, I appreciate your work, Bob. Thank you very much for that.
Next month's roundtable, we'll be talking about adult awards. I mean, you got merit badges and stuff with the kids. There's adult awards, all sorts of things that they can earn. So make sure you come next month and learn about that.
Oh, one other thing about Bear Paw, they offer adult trainings. Lots of camps do this. I earned my Nap On Safely certification last year. And it is, along with participating in the Great Moose Rate of 87, it is one of the greatest things I've ever done in scouting.
Thank you very much. What?
So really quick on the Weebles long-term, when we did Ed Bryant, they actually they encouraged bed chiefs to go with, if you're bringing a patrol, a Weebles patrol, they encourage the den chief to go along with. But a lot of times the Weebles long-term can be either done as a patrol, 2 leaders and your scouts, or it can be done as a family. I brought my son. We didn't have any other members of our patrol go with us. So it's flexible. So if your unit doesn't want to go, don't take that as we can't go.
Yeah, I took my son to Weeblos long-term. We had 12 Weeblos, only 2 of us went. Only 2 of the boys went, so. Thank you very much.
There's a handout with the song lyrics and a bunch of other questionable verses if you'd like to look at it. I have some resources for high adventure if anybody's interested in doing their own. And remember, Kismet, keep it simple.
Yes.
Make it fun.
Move adjourn.
Second. Absolutely.
One more.
30 quick fire. That's awesome.
We do have.
They did a mock away call.
Well,
They did the water landing. If that one is full. Yeah, it was a.
During the weekend, when you work
Oh, absolutely.
the entire
Thank you, Donna.
Religious emblem, otherwise it'd be doing it.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it.
Was that, I have a couple copies of the.
I'll still be around.
Here, if it's not enough, I can send it to you via email. Again, we can print it in the middle of this month. flexible with that, but. You have to go out there.
Yep, the
Qualified them for the
Hope Highest Retreat. That's what Bill's talking about.
Scholarship, scouting. I encourage you, if you have any scouts that are interested in Catholic religious emblems, Hope Highest 12 religious emblem, this in March, the weekend of the 12th and 15th. Applications right here, right now. It's great.
Anyone who was not signed, even sat down, who didn't sign in first, please sign in as you leave. Thank you.
Cool.
Have a good night.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
Oh, yeah, we did do that.
Hey, hi.
Yeah.